Okay, welcome to another exciting episode of the MoonShot Podcast, where we talk to fun people, cool people that are doing fun, cool, and interesting things in the world. Today, we have a very special guest. Today, we're joined by a legit cowboy. Yes, you heard me, a cowboy. And this is Cowboy TJ. And Cowboy TJ is going to introduce himself momentarily, but I met Cowboy TJ at a recent mastermind event in Arizona where I was delivering a keynote last week, and I met him there. In fact, I TJ even helped me get ride MJ, his horse, and his horse is massive. It is crazy tall, but you know what? I'm going to stop talking right now. And TJ, Cowboy TJ, welcome to the show.
How you doing? First, I want to thank you for having me on the show, man. It's truly a blessing. I'm glad we met. How we met was pretty cool. You've been you've been you've been you've been ecstatic to me ever since. Your energy is very it passes on. Like when you deal with animals, you learn about energy and energy through the horses. When you deal with people, it gets better, stronger energy, right? Um, Cowboy TJ here, Copper State Riding Club, Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised. Just a pleasure to be on the show, man. I appreciate you guys having me, man, and thank you for being patient with me too. I didn't expect to get back this late, but we made it happen anyway. So I appreciate you guys.
Awesome. And can you, for the benefit of our audience and listeners, can you please introduce us to your amazing best friend who is, I guess, to your left?
Yes. So this is MJ, man. It's the best stallion in the West, man, and not a horse better than him in the country, if you ask me. Uh, he's a spoiled brat, but he's my spoiled brat. But he actually, I've raised this horse since he was 6 months old, man. So he's my best friend, man. He got me through a lot of things, and we continue to grow together in life, man. It's a blessing for sure.
Yeah, and so how old is MJ?
MJ just turned 6 on April 29th. He just turned 6. He's still young. He's in his prime right now, so that'll be like he's just becoming a man right now at 6 years old. So
Okay.
um, he's mature. I would say he's mature now.
Okay. Okay. That is amazing. So, for those that are watching, I had the privilege of actually getting up on top of uh, 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 I have to sit up
MJ.
on MJ's saddle, and it was quite an experience. I was literally being guided by Cowboy TJ on exactly how to do that, how to first left hand on the saddle handle,
Saddle
right
horn,
hand, right hand on the edge of the seat, and then put your
back of the saddle.
left foot in the what do you call them?
Correct.
Right?
Left foot in the stirrup.
Stirrup, yeah, that one.
Yes,
And
sir.
kind of like hoist yourself over and then pretty much that's kind of like how you do it, obviously. And then, of course, I was led by a cowboy TJ who kind of gave me a little walk around the park, literally.
Man, you
Parking
you did
lot.
most of that on you did most of that on your own, man. You a pro, man. 2 minutes with TJ turn you into a professional. Remember that, man. I might not be good at a lot of things, but training horses and training people to ride horses specifically, 2 minutes is all it takes, man. It's like riding a bike. That's it.
That is amazing. You are most gracious, TJ. You are most gracious. So I guess
I appreciate it.
absolutely, absolutely. So I guess I want to ask our other panelists and hosts here. I mean, Josue and Robert, have either of you done any kind of horseback riding like recently or ever?
You go, Josue.
It's been a very long time, but it was a very memorable experience. It was just right before I left for the army. I went on a trail horse ride and it was just feeling the ground underneath you on top of the horse and just going through
Yeah.
on the trail, connecting with nature and it was almost meditative. Just want to add a couple of things that you said that stood out to me, TJ, is your picking up on energies, your connection with animals that then translates into a better way of communicating with others. That's pretty pretty amazing. And my question for you is when did you discover and how did you get drawn to working with horses?
So my dad being he was a trainer at one point for Tennessee Walkers out here in Westworld of Scottsdale when I was a baby. So I've been around horses my whole life. I actually started riding my own horse at the age of 2. So once I went away from horses for a couple of years and my dad moved, I started to deal with people more. I'm really shy at first. It took me a long time to get out of my shell. Like I'm always quiet. I'm always shy. Then when I started getting back into the horse, it was like second nature, right? And then I picked up on the energy thing, and it made it easier to deal with people. Just based off of speaking English to a horse that can't speak English back, like reading body language, really good with energy, right? All these things go into a day-to-day life of how you attack your life. So people that you meet, sometimes it don't take you 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes to know how this person's energy is. It'll take 2 seconds, you know? Yeah. So that helped me a lot with just being a people person, just reading energy, man. You gotta be good with energy. It has a lot to do with daily tasks. A lot. If my horse didn't like you, he'd probably tell me first, like, hey, get this guy off me. He's probably drunk or get him away from me. And I have to listen to him because he hears your heartbeat and he probably wondering why you're nervous. A lot of horses will take advantage of you because you're nervous. I train the horse to take care of people that are nervous, if that makes sense. So it's levels to the training level of a horse. I like to go all the way down to the bottom to where a horse understands a child, a horse understands somebody who knows what they're doing, a horse understands all aspects of it, right? So that's kind of how, when I think about training a horse, I look for certain qualities. Like when you look for a friend, right? You look at certain qualities. When you look for a friend, it's somebody you want to call your friend or a brother or family, right? So the same thing with them. So I have to be able to trust they have the best interest at heart for your first experience to be memorable and not something terrific that happens. You be like, oh, I'm never riding horses again. Because I hear those stories all the time. It happens one time and never ride again. You really don't want that experience. You want people to experience the gracefulness of a horse and the energy, the power, but control.
All I
Right.
have to say is I love it. I love your deep understanding that the connection of communication, it's not just this is a horse, this is how it has a greater sense of senses, but how it benefits in both ways for the person,
Correct.
for the horse. So that for you to have that deep level of understanding and consideration, that's remarkable.
For sure. They call me the horse whisperer out here now. My dad finally passed the torch to me, so I guess I'm getting somewhere with it. I would like to say I got a special gift, and I don't know. I haven't made it to that point where it's like I know what it is yet, but I do know it's gonna be with a horse, and I do know it's gonna be with my community. And those are the routes I'm probably gonna dig the deepest I can in, because we got a lot of kids out here that think this isn't the culture or this isn't cool or not what we do. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know the history. So I feel like it's our job as a men and adults, you know, to mold these younger generations, because we got kids, right? So our kids are growing up in this generation. So the more kids we can touch in a generation, the more I can sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that my kids are growing up in this age group. We just got to do our part. And my part might be going to riding to events or children's hospitals or wherever else on the south side of Phoenix and meeting that one kid that might change his life forever. He might not pick up a gun. He might not pick up a ski mask, but I can give him a cowboy hat and a place to go, you know? That's for me. That's my biggest aspect right now, just trying to get my community on board. Right now, I've been going viral all over the internet, but it's actually been benefiting. A lot of the kids see me and they think I'm super cool. So I feel like a superhero now in my town right now. So that's pretty cool. Hey, 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 you knocked that off. Sure.
TJ,
Yes, sir.
not to put you on the spot or anything, but is it possible for you to get on top of MJ without the saddle and everything? Is it possible for you to do that? And of course, I mean, only if you think it's possible. Oh, wow. Dang. Dang, dang, dang.
That was pretty natural there.
Wow, he's like the real deal. Dang,
That's
mind
trust.
reading
Like,
tricks.
training, start training. Press the end button, coach, on that phone call. Turn around, coach. And press the send us a voicemail. The middle button. Just press the right. Yep. And then But yeah, shoot, training. You can do pretty much do anything. Man. That's all it takes.
We're good. I'm gonna get through.
Spend time. It'll show. When you spend time with your animal, they say your horse can't do that. Your horse can't do this. Your horse can't do that. They don't have the time. Don't put that on your horse saying your horse can't do that. You just say you don't have the time to teach him. Because if that's really your animal, you spend time with him, he's willing to please you, which means you can pretty much teach him anything.
Right.
You just have to spend the time. Now, I look at a cowboy, I look at his horse first, and then I go look at the cowboy. I look at the horse. The horse is going to tell me everything you know about the cowboy. So is the horse confident? You know what I'm saying? Is he quiet? Is he chill? Is he laid back, relaxed? They go off your energy too. So you look at somebody's horse tied up, the horse acting crazy. Maybe he's picking up the energy from the owner. So maybe the guy that owns the horse is a little bit high energy. You never know. But 90% of the time, the horse is picking up off the owner. So when you see him calm, cool, collective, confident, happy, right, all the time. But that's me. Direct correlation of my energy comes through the horse.
Right. So TJ, you're taking the credit for your horse.
Stuff. I just want to. My question for you again, TJ, is how do you channel to have those attributes of being calm, of being confident? The things you just said. How have you channeled or developed to be the essence of who you are?
I would like to say just my foundation, man. I spend a lot of time just self-care. This is my therapy session, so I really get deep in my thoughts when I'm here at the ranch with my animals. The people that I meet through the animals. Two, also, I tend to meet stronger, confident, more assertive men in my life when I'm around horses. These guys tend to be like very masculine but respectful but reserved, and it kind of rubs off on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, energy is it transfers, man, from person to person. So you're around the right people, it starts to rub off on you. And I just became this super calm, relaxed, like thoughtful, just adult, man. That's the best way I could put it. My dad wasn't in my life a lot of my years. He moved at an early age, so I wouldn't say I raised myself, but being raised by a woman sometimes you react off emotion a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's just human nature. But my horse pretty much taught me like everything doesn't need a reaction, and when you do react, think about it first. That's just the calmness I get out of my animals, man. And I'm starting to rub that off on people around me, and they're becoming more calm. I have a lot of my family members who are incarcerated, so when they come home, they're trying to find alleyways or how to think or thought processes, right? I bring them to the ranch and let them drop their guard. You can finally you don't have to look with your back against the wall anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's places on this earth where you really can be calm and be yourself. So I spread that joy with them, and it changes their whole life because now they want to be around this, and I got a safe place for them. So that the calmness and all that, I feel it rubbing off on people that really need it. And I just try to be around those people more and be access to them because some people don't pick up the phone when you need them most. You know what I'm saying? I work 12-hour shifts. I work up here at the ranch 12 hours a day. I go home and take a 2-hour nap. I'm still a dad. I still got stuff I got to do. But I always answer the phone. And if I don't answer it, I always call back, and I can always meet you at the ranch. And you can always come here and come have your time out for the day. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that outlet. I didn't really have one like that. I used to outlet with anger. And that's probably why I gravitated towards this more with this lifestyle, because it's easier. So this is way easier. It's so peaceful. Everything happens like is flowing. Life's just flowing right now. That's all I can really say. I'm just glad to be in this position to help people. Honestly, I could cry right now because I've helped so many people, and I know there's plenty more I can help. And I really want to go out there and just show them this. Like, I want to be able to show them, like, you could build a bond with a 1,300-pound animal like this. Did you know that? Like, did you know he could be your best friend right now? He can't talk to you, but did you know y'all could talk? Like, I want everybody to experience this moment. Like, to me, I cherish it, and it may not be for everybody, but it's always something you could take from every situation and put it in your life,
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. So, Robert, I got to ask, right? So, have you ever done any horseback riding?
I don't know if you guys want to hear this story, but
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
okay. You ever hear of Forest Park in Queens? You ever hear of Forest Park?
Not particularly.
Okay,
No.
it's in New York City, okay, and they have like horseback riding there.
Okay.
And it's a public park, and they have horseback riding. So let's rewind to when I was 11 years old and went horseback riding in Forest Park and fell off the horse.
Okay.
And that was the last time I've been on a horse. I have to say, I'm one of those people. I don't
So
have.
what's the insurance policy on something like that, man?
Yeah, but you know, there are compensating factors. Like I love dogs, I love animals, and I think now if I revisited the issue, like if I came to your ranch and I was hanging around your horses, I'm sure I would be comfortable again.
Absolutely.
But and I'm really into nature. I connect with a lot of things in nature tremendously. And what really resonated with me with what you said is that, you know, everyone has to find an avenue where their energy sort of coexists beautifully with either animals, plants, or other humans. You found yours with horses, and it's beautiful. I can tell it's working. And like you said, it's flowing. You know, everybody has to find their way, you know, something that resonates with them, and to find a vehicle that they can outreach to other people and help them find the joy in life that you found. I mean, it's palpable, man. When I hear you speak, I feel joy.
I'm getting chills.
I feel it. I feel it. You know? And I'm so happy for you. And I'm so glad you're on the podcast because it's showing people that there are so many different ways you could find that joy and happiness in life. And that's the thing to keep in mind. And like you said, it's all about the energy that you project onto the horses. They feel it. So they're calm, you're calm, and you have this beautiful relationship with the horses.
Absolutely.
You know? And it's great. Everybody, I would wish that everybody finds a vehicle like you found to feel that connection, to feel that energy, to feel the love and the joy, because it's all about love, right? It's all about the love that you feel for the animal. It gets projected back to you, and to everyone that comes to your ranch, they feel it.
Absolutely.
You know?
So when you come through the gates, it's just a different energy, man.
Right.
It buzzes. It buzzes.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if people were incarcerated and they come to an environment like your ranch, it's like they could breathe again. They could feel free again.
You get to relax. You get to be human.
Exactly.
Come be human. Yeah.
Right. Exactly,
People
man.
get treated. A felony used to be marked as the worst thing that could happen to you, man. Our president's a felon. I have a felony. You can't hide it. Stuff happens, but that don't get to write your story. You know what I'm saying? You still have so many years left, and you honestly get what you put into life. So if you put in positive energy, not saying everything's gonna happen that way, but you have a better chance of getting positive energy back.
Right. And you know, it's so obvious to me listening to you and watching you with the horse that you have found the right avenue for you. It's perfect. It's beautiful, and I love it. You know, like I said, I wish that everybody could find something that they feel that connection to, that they feel the joy, where they feel they have some control over the environment that they're in, and not everything is being reactive emotionally, and it's not random. You know, everybody has to find that within themselves, right? And, you know, and fortunately or unfortunately, it takes work for every human being to find what you have found. You know, you will, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy to find, right?
No, and you'll be surprised, but it's usually something that you done as a kid that you didn't think you had that much interest in, or you were around as a kid, and then you go as an adult and you find that little piece of kid in you that make you smile. So the first time I put people on MJ, that kid, it comes out. You see that big smile, like Roger, you see the smile you had on your face. He was like a big kid up there that couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
That smile is it's priceless, and you can't put a price on that. I want to see that because everybody has it in them. Yeah. Everybody. I've seen the most demonic person you could think of have that in their smile.
Yeah.
You can't hide it.
Yeah, no, it's so funny. And I think the key, like what you said, is so wise, because the key is to sort of to get back to that feeling that we had as kids when the whole world seemed open, right? And we didn't feel all the rejection that comes with being an adult, and all the doors slammed in your face, and all the negative people, you know, and unfortunately, right? And anything that you could bring you back to that state of consciousness is great. Anything
that's your happy place. You found the happy place.
Exactly.
That's it. And that's in life, you just want to be happy, man. Don't nobody want to be all scrunched up all the time. And
Well,
not saying everybody's gonna be happy all the time.
No, I know that,
but outlet.
Right. But I'm sure you would agree that happiness and joy is really our natural state. It's not suffering.
Bingo.
Instead of what most people think, that suffering is the natural default mechanism. It's not.
It's not.
It's happiness, joy, and love.
And peace. Hey, when I meet people, when I greet people, and I always say peace, love, and respect. Just because I feel like we don't say that to each other enough. And you wish peace on somebody, it's nothing but love, and it's also respect.
Absolutely.
Peace, love, and respect. That's
Absolutely.
what, of course, that's what does it. It's peace, love, and respect. You show love, it back to you. You're at peace, your horse is at peace. You give your horse respect, they give you respect back. Now you go to a horse that's 1,300 pounds and disrespect them. What do you think happens in the end result? And 9 times out of 10, they won't take it out on you. It'll be somebody else that get up there that has to take it out on them because the horse is worried about you.
Right. And just to take it to another level, sort of, everything that you do in life, if you project peace, love, and respect onto every activity that you're with, that you do, it's going to be beautiful. Everything will work out beautifully.
Everything. That's why, man, that's exactly what I say, man. Peace, love, and respect. I wish it on everybody.
I'm with you, man.
Cowboy TJ, I guess I think this peace, love, and respect, I think that's like a great message. In fact, I wanted to ask you, right? So as a cowboy, because people, when you say the word cowboy, people think, like 5 or 6 different things, right? One version of a cowboy is this, the lone wolf who's all by himself doing his thing kind of thing. That's one impression that people have. Another impression is, the cowboy is the guy that who's got like a girl at every kind of city sort of thing. And,
we're trying to rebrand the name and make it fun again because the term cowboy is a racist term. The term was back in racism days for you tell a horseman, go get the cowboy, or you tell him the cowboys were the slaves that were running the horses, running the cows, and but in time they switched it, right? And then they put like, okay, we got all these great, right? And we forget about Bass Reeves, right? We got Nat Love. We have great African American history cowboys that started the term cowboy, right? So instead of us just saying we don't want to be called cowboys, why don't we recapture the name, rebrand it to where it's not that kind of term? But when you see a cowboy, you see peace, love, and respect. He greets a lady, takes his hat off. Cowboys still open the doors for women. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys still shake hands and greet everybody with respect. The janitor and the CEO gets the same respect from a cowboy. So that's why I say I take it personal. We could take this whole term back right now and make it a respectful thing and we could grow it into something way bigger than just what the term used to be and throw it away. You know what I'm saying? So we got to teach the community what it was, what it meant, and what we're trying to do with it now. Not saying that we're going to rebrand it and say black cowboys are the only cowboys. No, let's just say everybody that got a buckle on, boots, hat, and a respectful human being that has a horse is now a cowboy, but you have to earn that title. And it comes with respect and peace and love. That's how you become a cowboy. That is not everybody can dress the part, but if you don't walk around with that, you're not a cowboy. And I won't.
Robert, I hope you're taking notes.
Great message, TJ. I love it. It's a beautiful message.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. And Cowboy TJ, like, do you have like any, I don't know, besides, the peace, love, and respect, which I think is a very broad, prevailing concept that I think you can apply in any situation. But do you have any kind of words of wisdom, either in connection to peace, love, and respect, or in addition to peace, love, and respect, that you would like to offer people that, like for us city slickers that are like in the city, that are trying to kind of just get from one place to one place, point A to point B. We're trying to like grow in our career or grow in whatever we're trying to do. So is there any advice that you can offer that can kind of help to give us clarity?
Absolutely. Trials and tribulations, man. We cowboy up. Like, I ride Bronx. I got 8 seconds to make it happen. I hit the dirt more than I ride them. But the key about being a cowboy is dust yourself off, get back up, and you keep trying. The second you give up, the next person that gets where you at gonna kick the door down right where you quit at, because you just quit right there, right when your breakthrough could have happened. Everything happens for a reason, and timing is everything. So it may not be the right time for you, but keep going, because I thought this was the right time for me 5 years ago. It just wasn't. It's the reason why I meet people I meet, like we met, and how the places, the rooms we're getting into now, it happens for a reason. But you have to not necessarily wait your turn, but be patient with the process, because it is a process. You have to go through the knockdowns and the get ups and the knockdowns and the teardowns before somebody hands you something. You got to know how to rebuild it, get it back if it go away tomorrow. But you also have to have the respect enough to know you did work for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be given to you. But dust yourself off if you fall, and cowboy back up and throw your boots back on and get back out there and try again. Just keep going.
Hey, TJ, can I ask you a question about the characteristics of horses? You know, people ascribe various characteristics to dogs and cats. Could you describe some typical characteristics of horses that you've noticed with the horses that you have? To give us a little insight into their demeanor, you know?
They're all their own person. Every horse is different. So I get a bunch of training tips. I take it all in, just because there's no one way to train a horse. Now, if you have a bunch of weapons in your arsenal as far as outthinking a horse, it works. It tends to work better. But every horse is different. What works with this horse might not work with this horse. Me and MJ got a great bond. He makes me look great, like I'm the best horse trainer in the world. And you could bring a wild Mustang in here tomorrow. I just can't figure it out. But as Cowboy Connection, right? You might have a cowboy in Mississippi that can give you a phone call and be like, look, try this works, or try this. I take all the information in, because they're all different. Just how when you meet a different person, he may look the same, sound the same, but deep inside, the DNA is different.
Yeah.
We're all human, flesh and blood, right? Bones.
No,
but we're all different, genetically wired.
Yeah, obviously, but because humans ride horses, it's a different connection than the connection that humans have with dogs and cats. You know what I mean? Because you're actually riding a horse, right? So I'm just trying to get a little insight.
It's a relationship. It's more so of a relationship, because you're asking a lot for a horse to trust you on his back.
Exactly.
A horse is a prey. Naturally, a horse doesn't want anything on his back. That's the weakest zone for him. If you think you got bobcats, mountain lions chasing you for thousands of years, what's the first place they go? Your back. So you being a prey animal, and you're allowing a predator, which is us, to ride them on their back. You have to have the greatest connection in the world, which is man versus beast, because it is a wild animal. They were wild. They still are wild. Well, we just have a relationship with them to where we feed them, we give you a house to stay, and you let us ride you as long as we take care of you the right way. It's more so like a relationship like that, versus a dog is gonna, by nature, he fed me today, so I'm gonna go protect you. I'm gonna go watch your kids. Now, I have learned that my horse can decipher who my kids are and who's not family and who is. He can pick up on that as well, based off of how I treat them. So if I walk around with my son all day, he automatically that's my child. So he changes his whole demeanor. That's just one horse out of millions, but I know if he could do that, I know a lot of other animals and horses are capable of deciphering who their owners, people are, who their owner is. Everybody can't ride him when I'm not around. If I go outside to a bar right now and I tie him up out there and I come out there and somebody's on him, that's their risk. That he would much rather me be there. He'll be totally different horse without me in sight. That's just, he literally looks for me like, you've been going too long, where you at? Or if somebody's bugging him, he has a look, and he'll tell me like, hey, they doing too much. He doesn't like smelling alcohol. If you have too much alcohol in your breath, he will pin his ears back. He hates alcohol. It's certain things that I picked up on based on him telling me. This perfect English though. Perfect English. I hate this. I don't like this. This is uncomfortable for me. This guy's kind of weird. He smells funny. Or I've had guys in instance tell me like, why your horse won't let me shake your hand? Well, probably because he can smell gunpowder. You have a gun. How would he know that? Well, his nose is way better than mine. I trust him. So if he's keeping his body between me and you, it means you have a weapon. But that's something that me and my horse communicated without speaking. That's the scary part about an animal. They can do guard dog things at 1,300 pounds if they love you enough. For sure.
So they're very, very intuitive, you would say.
Yeah.
Very intuitive.
And very telepathical. Training a horse is nothing but you trying to outsmart them. That's it.
Right. And I bet they respond really negatively to fear. Like if you go on a horse and you're like uncertain or afraid, that's going to make the horse respond to that fear, right? And that's going to...
Right. So with proper training, you can teach a horse that a nervous person is their friend and they take care of them. Now, him being a stallion, he's not cut, so that changes that aspect because a stallion's favorite thing to do is get over on you. So if my horse is here, which he just did the other day, if my horse is standing here and he watches you close this gate 2 days in a row, that third day, best believe it, he's gonna unlock it. He's gonna go out. He's watching you how to beat you every single day. So having a stud will keep you on your A game 24/7 because he's different every day. But his job is to try to figure out how I can beat you. But it's a game. It's a game to him. But most geldings, when they're cut, they lose that aspect of trying to beat you. They just kind of like docile, like even like how same thing with a dog. You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes their demeanor just different. But I like the fact that they say I can't do certain things with him because he's a stallion. Because you can't put a cap on him. That's just say you personally can't do that with your horse. I'd rather them say that. Because I put him through anything. I prepare though. That's the difference. I can actually take the time to prepare him. Hey. So right now he has a girl next to him. She's in heat, right? He's whispering, talking, and he's being respectful by the way he's looking at me. He's basically asking permission right now. Turn it a little bit like that. He's basically asking for permission. Can he do that right now? But he knows he's out of line. So he'll turn his head. He'll think twice. He'll whisper. But now he knows he's like, all right, I probably can't do that right now. It's respecting, but he looks at me for permission first. I don't know if you saw him turn his head all the way around like, am I good or am I not?
Nice.
That's him working.
So Cowboy TJ, let me ask you, right? This is kind of related to what Robert was asking you as well. So when you're dealing with a horse, is it the sort of the same way that you deal with like another animal where you're the alpha and you kind of need to have that sort of almost like a assertive kind of personality with the horse, let them that you're the boss?
Yeah, if you're a weak individual, the horse game is not for you. You have to have somebody teach you or teach the horse to take care of you because horses by nature, if you're weak, you're not gonna ride me. The deal was you feed me carrots and I come up to you when I feel like it, but you never said you were gonna ride me. That's out. So having that assertiveness is honestly, it's 1,300 pounds. So him stepping on your foot is detrimental. Personal space is now detrimental. There's a lot of people, I say this all the time. I take for granted how dangerous this is because I'm so comfortable. But in reality, if you have no assertiveness with your animal, I see people all the time walking the horse and the horse is walking all over the back of them, standing up, and you almost get kicked or stepped on or laid on. Anything can happen. It's very dangerous. So if you're not assertive and doing the right training as far as protecting yourself, it's not really for you because I would hate to have somebody get hurt, stepped on, ran over, trampled. It happens because people just think they are sweet, but there is a certain level of assertiveness you got to have. It's like having a dominant dog at home. You at one point, one day, he's going to look at you and that food bowl going to be on the ground. Can you grab it or not? Like that. But that's why I raise them from 6 months up. I try to get all mine raised up. I have no problem buying older ones and training them. But in a horse, bad habits are hard to break. Habits are easier created other than just trying to break one and create a new habit. So I really get them young and raise them up from there so I can create all the right habits. And I kind of know their tendencies. It takes me 3 months to figure out a horse's A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. What they like, what they don't like, what I could do with them, how do I avoid them freaking out, what do I do to work on with that? I dissect them from point A to point C before I even put nobody on them. So I spend a lot of my time just really spending time with my animals. That's pretty much it.
So can you get him to come to you? Like, is he gonna respond like that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, I guess he is making you look bad on camera, huh?
Yeah, no. He upset because I wouldn't let him do what he want to do right now, which is testosterone filled. But that's still a sign of respect, though. Okay, he paid attention, but he didn't come. Sometimes with him, you got to meet him halfway. If you're gonna ask him to do something, he wants to see you commit too. So I learned that about him. I can't just demand anything from him because he's gonna want to see me do the work too. He's that smart. He's weird, man. He's been here before on a human stage, and nobody believes you when I say that, but he's been a grown man before, for sure. Because he highly moves off respect. That's his thing is respect. He gonna get it from you. But with me around training people, he's just fine, man. I haven't had any horses better than him my whole life, and I speak not being biased because he's mine, but this is just me being honest because I've raised plenty of horses. His mindset is just further out, man. I could do some things with him that people can't do on a horse that had 20 years.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. So TJ, I mean, it's been amazing, having you on the podcast. If people want to get in touch with you, how would that be? Do you have a website? I know you're on social media and Instagram. And if people, want to hire you and MJ for events and things like that, so what's the how do people contact you to be able to do that?
Okay, my Facebook is Copper State Riding Club. Instagram is the same handle. We do have TikTok, Copper State Riding Club. Also YouTube, all the same handle. I do have a website. I can send you the link. So after you post the video, you can put the link on there for the website to book me. All our bookings, lessons, birthday parties, you name it, work events, appearances, everything's gonna be on the website. We're pretty much available all the time. I'm on the up and up with debating about working 12-hour shifts too, or just committing to my horses full time. Hopefully something changes here in the next 2 months where I could just really do this fully because I'm doing great and I still work 12s, but it's kind of draining. So I'd rather do this and be wholeheartedly into that. I don't get tired doing this. I get tired going to work. So we're in the process of switching over, but I do have a lot of hours available for this, and I'm looking forward to getting you out here to redo that experience. Not like New York, but Arizona style, with Arizona's favorite cowboy. We're going to change that first ride experience, and I'm going to get you out here on MJ, and we're going to have some fun. We can do that. I'm looking forward to that.
That would be great, man. That would be
Absolutely.
great.
Awesome. So thank you, TJ. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you all the very best, maximum success. And of course, if we know anyone that's headed to Arizona, we will absolutely send them your way.
All right. No, I appreciate you, man. For Arizona favorite cowboy, we out. Copper State Riding Club.
Great message. Great having you.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you guys.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Good luck, man.
Don't be strangers, man. Get my number and call me. If it's not business, I'm your friend. Just call me,
Okay.
Will do.
Love that.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll do.
Take
Bye.
care.
Take care.